Okay, hello all. I am the ambassador of Tuvalu to Taipei, Taiwan. Tuvalu is I suppose, the smallest island country in the Pacific, situated in the central Pacific, a population of 11,000 people altogether, and it is a Polynesian country. There are three main ethnic groups in the Pacific: the Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Tuvalu was independent from the British government, United Kingdom, in the 1978, and we've been independent for 44 years now. And we have a Prime Minister, and I have been former Prime Minister for about 10 years in Tuvalu. And we have a Governor General representing the Queen of England, which is our Queen, which has passed away, but now is King George III. We are among the only four Pacific Island countries who still have strong ties and strong ally of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Obviously, he wanted to meet all the ministers from her allies, not including Tuvalu, Marshall Islands, Palau, and Nauru. But his proposal, or the Chinese proposal for to sign the compact with these 10 of the Pacific Island countries, was refused, failed. And yes, China is trying to show its might, her might in the Pacific by getting more influence there, or show its presence. For instance, in Kiribati, there are rumors that they will be building a satellite or somewhere in Christmas Island, where the Japanese has already built one, I believe. And this, I think, is important for us in Taiwan to counter. I don't think China, with its record of human rights abuse, it's not good for I don't think China is that genuine. And of course, Chinese assistance in the Pacific had been given through soft loans. And of course, there is this situation where a lot of these countries in the Pacific owe China millions and millions of dollars in repayments. So China, I believe, had written off some of those loans. And so I think the loan from China, obviously I realize in Samoa, for instance, their development has changed immensely since the association with China. But this I'm yet to find out to what extent that benefits the majority of the people of Samoa. I think this is a challenge for us in Taiwan to show the presence of Taiwan in our country, in Tuvalu, Marshall Islands, Nauru, and Palau. I think there's a lot that Taiwan could do to compete, not really to compete, but to show the people of the Pacific that they can do better. I think China may be looking into the oceans, because the Pacific, we have the biggest oceans, and it is feeding the world with its fish, and maybe have also interest in the what is underneath the seabeds in Tuvalu and the other countries in the Pacific. I am actually taking an initiative forward for us, the four Pacific allies of Taiwan, to get together and make submissions as a group to MOFA for Taiwan to become more engaged in our four countries, to show the rest of the Pacific Islands that Taiwan is a better friend and trusted friend, sharing the same values with us of freedom, democracy, not China. This year, President Joe Biden, who is a very strong supporter of the environment, called the summit. Thank you for the United States to come back, because they left the Pacific. They left the Pacific years back. It's nice they're coming back. Thank you too for that 100 millions, but it's peanuts. It's peanuts. Because when we talk of mitigation and adaptation in Tuvalu, for instance, to safeguard us from sea level rise so we don't disappear under the seawater, we're talking of billions of dollars. So, yes, we can benefit and get maybe few millions out of the United States, but that's peanuts. We cannot do much of the adaptation that we require, because it will cost billions of dollars to make sure we continue to live on our land. The United States should become genuinely committed. For us, it's a matter of life and survival, because we will be the first to sink under the water when in fact we contributed zero to the rising of sea level. So thank you for the United States to come back. I suppose if it wasn't for China to be there to try and sign a compact with the Pacific Island countries, I don't think the U.S. will come back. We are a very strong member in terms of climate change. We own the ocean, the biggest ocean in the world. So this is one thing that we are not trying to pursue and make it really more useful to us, because we licensed distant fishing waters to fish in our water. They take the billions, we only get millions. Like annually, we get about $150 million from our fishing waters, but more billions and billions is taken by the distant fishing waters. At Taiwan, we welcome Taiwan to fish in our water, but perhaps why can't Taiwan just block our ocean for Taiwan shipping